This is the Breville BMO650SIL compact wave soft close countertop microwave oven, and after 8 months of living with it every day, I've got a clear picture of where it shines and where it falls short. Key features that sold me at the start were the soft close door, the mute button, the simple dial, and the compact size. The soft close is the headliner here. It shuts with a gentle push instead of a clank, and the sound profile is noticeably calmer than most microwaves I've owned. I keep the beeps muted almost all the time, which makes late-night snacks and early coffee a lot less disruptive. The rotary dial for time is super handy and feels natural. Turn to add or subtract seconds, even while it's running. The footprint is compact for my counter, but the 0.9 cu feet cavity still fits a standard dinner plate and my tall mugs. The exterior measures about 17.3 by 19.1 by 11.5 inches, so it's friendly for apartments, dorms, or smaller kitchens. It's stable on the counter, the interior light is bright, and the silver finish looks clean in my kitchen. From my experience, day-to-day use is straightforward. The big green start button jumps right into a 30-second cycle, and I barely touch the number pad anymore because the dial is faster. The shortcuts get used a lot. Popcorn mode is reliable and pops most kernels without burning, though it takes longer than my old 1100-watt unit, usually around 4 minutes, sometimes pushing 5 with larger bags. Beverage reheat is consistent and avoids boiling over. A 12-ounce mug from room temp takes roughly 2 minutes to drinkably hot. For leftovers that are fairly uniform, soup, rice with sauce, mac and cheese, it does fine with a quick stir in the middle. For me, it's perfect for simple reheats, warming drinks, and those small everyday jobs when I don't want to fire up the stove. Where the cracks show is on more demanding tasks. It's a 900-watt microwave, which is mid-range power, and you can feel that in total cook times. My old microwave was faster and a bit more even with solid foods. Heating a mixed plate, say protein with veggies and rice, often leaves hot and cool spots unless I pause, stir, and rotate. Pizza reheats are hit or miss. The cheese gets warm, but the crust edges can lag unless I bump the time and use lower power to avoid overcooking the top. If you're new to this, power levels are just different strengths of the microwave. Lower power is gentler and can help heat food more evenly. I use 50 to 70% power for leftovers, and it does help, but it adds time. Defrost is the weakest part. Without inverter technology, which is a system that delivers a steady lower power instead of pulsing full power on and off, thawing is less precise. Edges can start to cook while the center stays icy if you just set it and walk away. There's also no prompt to flip the food mid-cycle. I get the best results by using time or weight defrost, manually flipping halfway through and finishing with a low power level. It works, but it's not set it and forget it, especially for ground meat or thicker cuts. If defrosting is a daily task for you, in my opinion, you'll want a microwave with an inverter, or just plan on babysitting the process with this one. A few usability details that matter over months of use. The buttons feel a little soft compared to the smooth dial, but they respond reliably. The clock is easy to set. Child lock is one button press and useful when nieces and nephews visit. The motor hum is on the quieter side and less drony than many units I've owned. One quirk that still bugs me, there's no simple kitchen timer mode. I can't count down time without the microwave running, and I do miss that when I'm timing tea or pasta on the side. Durability has been decent for me, with one caveat. After about 6 months, the door latch felt a tad inconsistent in the morning, like it didn't catch perfectly on the first try once or twice. It hasn't broken, and closing it firmly but gently has kept it fine since. I've read enough stories about plastic latchware to make me careful. I don't slam it, I keep the hinges and contact areas clean, and I support the door rather than letting it swing. Power-wise, it's been solid with no odd smells, sparking, or random shutdowns. Still, I can see how the soft close mechanism could be a long-term wear point if you're rough with it. In my opinion, this microwave is about quality of life more than raw cooking power. The noise reduction plus the mute button makes my kitchen calmer. The interface is one of my favorites because it's so simple. I'm willing to add a minute here and there and stir more often to get the heat even, but I know not everyone wants to do that. If you need a primary microwave that nails defrosting and heats complex plates perfectly without fuss, this might not be your best match. It's perfect for small homes, offices, dorms, or anyone who values a quiet kitchen and an easy interface over maximum wattage. I use it daily for coffee, tea, oatmeal, leftovers, frozen veggies, and popcorn. And it does those jobs comfortably, with a little awareness about power levels and stirring. I'd recommend this for people who love quieter appliances, want a compact footprint, and mainly reheat or cook simple items. If your routine includes frequent defrosting of meats, or you expect restaurant-level evenness on mixed plates, consider a model with inverter technology. Also, if you need a standalone timer in your microwave, be aware this one doesn't have it. In conclusion, the Breville BMO650 looks great, runs quiet, and is friendly to use. It asks for a bit more patience with uneven heating and defrosting, and I handle the door gently to keep that soft close working as intended. For my lifestyle, small kitchen, lots of reheats, a desire for less noise, it's a good fit. For heavy-duty cooking and perfect defrosts, I'd look elsewhere. If this video helped, please subscribe and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.